Removal of factory steel bumper. Step 1. Begin by removing the front plastic D-ring guards. Using a screwdriver or push-pin remover, remove the 2 pins on the bottom and 2 near the top of the D-ring mount. Pull the top halfway from the Bronco and set to the side. Repeat for the other side. Step 2. Use a 15mm socket to loosen the 3 bolts on each side. Note, when you do this, the bumper can become free from the vehicle and can fall. Ensure you have another person holding it or secure the bumper to prevent falling and injury. Step 3. Once all bolts are loose, remove the plug for the fog lights and front sensors if equipped. This is located at the back end of the grille on the driver's side. Step 4. Once unplugged, remove all 6 bumper bolts and D-ring mounts. Set the bumper face down off to the side. Step 5. Remove the rubber and plastic shroud under the grille by pulling the tabs on the shroud away, up and down from vehicle, while pulling the shroud from the vehicle. Step 6. If you do not have adaptive cruise control, remove the plastic cover by pushing the clip on the top down while pulling away from the Bronco and set it off to the side. Note, if you have adaptive cruise control, you will need to relocate the module using our ABBR-01 Adaptive Cruise Control Relocation Bracket to retain the functionality. Step 7. Reach behind each bumper mount on the frame rail and remove the factory nut plate. Step 8. If equipped with sensors, remove the main bumper brackets from the back side of the bumper using a 13mm socket. Remove the 4 hex head bolts. Step 9. Next, using a T40 Torx bit, remove the 6 bolts securing the mount in place. Once removed, gently separate the mount from the bumper and set it off to the side. Step 10. To remove the sensors, spread the 2 tabs on the sensor bezel and gently pull up on the sensor. Make sure that the rubber ring around the sensor head remains on the sensor. Step 11. To remove the wire harness, use a flathead screwdriver or pin puller. Remove all of the retaining clips securing the harness to the bumper. Step 12. Finally, gently squeeze the same 2 tabs on the sensor bezel and push the back side of the sensor to remove the bezel. Continue the same steps on the remaining sensors. Installation of the DV8 bumper. Begin by unpacking all items and inspecting for missing pieces or damage. If you have any concerns, please contact the company the product was purchased from. Step 1. Lay out both wings and install the provided foam gasket on the wings. Note, use care when applying, since any edges that go past the front face will be visible when installed on the truck. Step 2. Using the provided shorter M12 bolts, attach the wings to the center section of the bumper. Line up the front and top face of the wings with the center section and tighten all wing hardware using a 21mm socket and wrench. Step 3. If your vehicle is equipped with factory sensors, install the factory sensor plugs. Note, if your vehicle is not equipped with factory sensors, install the supplied sensor plugs. Note, our bumpers are designed to accept both factory metal bumper and plastic bumper sensor bezels. All cutouts are cut differently to ensure each bezel is placed into the correct hole. They should easily pop into place. Step 4. Feed the wiring harness into the bumper through the interior wing cutouts so that each sensor is aligned with their bezel. Note, the large plug needs to be on the driver's side of the bumper. Step 5. While holding the front of the sensor bezel, push the sensor into the bezel until the sensor clicks into place. Repeat for all sensors. Step 6. Install 3-inch cube lights into the wings. Lights are not included with the bumper. Step 7. After the lights and sensors, if equipped, are installed, using standard zip ties, secure the wiring to our zip tie tabs. Step 8. If you will be running a winch, install this into the bumper at this time. Note, if you do not intend to run a winch, we provide a mount for a 20-inch single-row light bar. Using the provided M5 hardware, with the light attached to the bracket, install the bracket into the bumper centered behind the screen with the DV8 logo. Step 9. Using assistance, hold the bumper up to the vehicle. Using the provided M12 bolts and hardware, secure the bumper to the Bronco, but do not tighten until the next step. The bolt should be inserted into the bumper, and then run through the mounting plate on the frame with the threads of the bolt pointing towards the rear of the vehicle. Step 10. Prior to tightening the bumper down, using assistance, align the bumper to ensure the best fit, then tighten down all the hardware to 70 foot-pounds using an 18mm socket and wrench. Step 11. Connect the sensor plug to the connector located on the back driver's side of the grille. If you're installing a bull bar onto your bumper, follow the remaining steps in this guide. Step 12. Begin by taking your 13-inch light and installing it to the light bar bracket. Shown in the video is the DV8 Elite 13-inch bar. Using the provided M8 bolts and flat washers provided with the light, install the light into the bracket. Step 13. Secure wiring using the welded zip-tied tabs along the side of the bracket. Step 14. Install the die-cut foam on the bottom of the bracket to prevent damage to the coating on the bumper and light bracket. Step 15. Once the light is installed, remove the screen from the top of your compatible DV8 bumper using your number 3 Allen head and 10mm socket wrench. Step 16. Install the light bracket onto the bumper, reusing the hardware from the screens. Step 17. Double-check all hardware and connect lights and winch to power supplies. You're now ready to enjoy your DV8 Bronco bumper.